very rare. Not as common. Julian Edelman probably was almost cut more off than any player that I've ever coached. Tom was hard on Julian the first 3 to 4 years of his career. Julian! Nice! He had never really played receiver, but he was a football player. And when the ball was in his hand, three things happened. The problem was it was hard to get the ball in his hands. What do you mean? All you're doing is you're giving that safety leverage. We all knew that Tom was a perfectionist and he had it all out. Tom spent a lot of off-seasons in Los Angeles, and Julian would always just follow him around. Not hanging out with him, but just in the chance that Tom would call and say, do you want to throw? If Tom asked Julian to be on the moon with 2 footballs, Julian would be there. And as soon as, whenever Tom said, several summers in LA allowed him to inch closer to Brady. He caught just 32 passes over the next season. His wide receiver job was hanging by a thread.
Oh, the half.
Was his willingness to play any other position. When he played defense, that was one of my favorites. He might have not gone into the rotation yet offensively, but he's helping us win. You could help us win on fourth down. No one's going to find a way to keep you happy. Hey, Edelman! Yes! That's our best runner back there. When Wes Welker left the beginning of spring 2013, Edelman hoped he'd finally become the starting slot receiver.
Did I get 4 years of my life? I did everything Coach said. And then
Danny Amendola, the former Rams receiver, has agreed to a 5-year deal with the Patriots. It's $31 million, which is really a lot for a slot receiver.
running around pissed off. Like, dude, taking my keys to the Cadillac, dog. What's going on? I'm over here on a minimum deal. This guy's getting 34 mil.
I knew Julian was going to be a little bit hurt about it. It didn't take long for us to realize we could do some damage together.
Looking back on it, I had nothing. I did nothing in the league. But as a kid, as a young guy, experiencing that for the first time, I'm like, Belichick, the Patriots, I hate everyone here. How are you going to do this to me? I took a visit to the New York Giants, and they offered me a contract.
It would have been heartbreaking to see him leave because he was just coming into his own. I remember sitting there on the couch in LA, and he was in tears.
I know how hard it is for receivers to gain the trust of Tom Brady, and he had a connection. Do I want to go sign a one-year deal with a completely new team that knows nothing about me? Ultimately decided I'd sign a one-year deal with the Patriots.
Julian Edelman probably almost cut more often than any player that I've ever coached. Tom was hard on Julian the first 3 to 4 years of his career. Julian! Nice! He had never really played receiver, but he was a football player. And when the ball was in his hand, in Los Angeles, and Julian would always just follow him around, not hanging out with him, but just in the chance that Tom would call and say he's going to throw. If Tom asked Julian to be on the moon with 2 footballs, Julian would be there. And as soon as, whenever Tom said several summers in LA allowed him to inch closer to Brady. But after a promising rookie year, he caught just 32 passes over the next 3 seasons. Nobody was looking to get Wes off the field, so everybody thought receivers could play. And Julian's development as a receiver.
Wow.
His receiver job was hanging. Wow. That thread was his willingness to play any other position. When he played defense, that was one of my favorites. Parsons.